So, congratulations. Now you have a contract. What's next? Time to deal with an inspection report. For buyers, it's absolutely necessary. It's meant to have as a tool so that you know exactly what you're buying and what condition it's in. When you have your inspection, as a buyer, when you have your inspection report, when you went through the house before you made the contract, did you see signs that it had cracks that were concerning? Well, if that's the case and you have a concern about that, or if you've heard issues about the neighborhood, homes having to have foundation repairs, hire a registered engineer for your inspection. The regular and licensed inspectors are excellent for what they do. They can cover a lot of issues, but a registered engineer is an engineer. He knows how these things work and how they're supposed to be. And they get paid more for it. It's going to cost you $100 to $200 more. But for peace of mind, it's worth it. Anyway, when you get your inspection report, what you're getting is a list of items that may or may not need to be addressed. You may need repairs. This is not a laundry list of repairs. You really want to only address the important things. If there's enough wrong with the house, then perhaps you need to terminate your contract. But they're so hard to come by now. And if you found a house that you love, don't let an inspection report interfere with your buying it. You just need to address the issues that are most important. You need to make a list of those things. And you need to get some reasonable estimates for what it's going to cost to repair them. That way you really know what you're talking about, dollars and cents. And if you have a choice, you can either ask the seller to repair these things, or you can ask the seller for, in lieu of repairs, a sum of money that you can they can contribute to your closing costs or your repairs. But that way you can do your own repairs. You can choose your own repair people. You know who to go to if there's an issue after the repairs are done. Typically the repairs are done, if the seller's doing them, they're done between the time that the amendment is agreed on for the repairs and closing. And you can ask for receipts for the repairs being done. So you will have a record of it. Anyway, that's my thoughts on those things. As for the seller is going to be expecting an inspection report from the buyer. The seller doesn't have to make any repairs if they don't want to. But do you want to lose a ready, willing, and able buyer over repairing some things that are going to need to be repaired anyway? You've got to understand that the inspection report is a matter of record, and if you turn away this buyer, the next buyer is going to get an opportunity to see this inspection report. And even if you don't make the inspection report available to them, you must do a revised seller's disclosure and submit that to the buyer, to the new buyer. So you might as well go ahead and get it done with your original buyer and come to terms on how important things are and what it's going to take to fix them. Because you can pay for it now or you can pay for it later. And now is better. If you do the repairs, submit the receipts from the vendors as soon as they're finished, contractors, as soon as the work's been completed. Gives the buyer a little bit more comfort level. And I recommend that you negotiate an amount to credit to the buyer and let them do their own repairs. That way they can control how they spend their money, where they want to allocate it. They can put it towards their closing costs. They can put it towards their towards the sale price of the house. So it just is much more logical to do it this way. And you know, sometimes in repairing one thing, the other damages can be done. It just makes it complicated. So just give them the money. That way you're done, they can take care of it. If there's a foundation issue, that's another whole video. And watch for my next week's video because I'll deal with foundation issues then. I like to deal with the basics on these things because when you start getting into minutia, it never gets done. Anyway, it's Penny Ritchie, Penrich Properties in Houston, Texas. 832-725-2989. If you have any more questions, give me a call, text me. I'd love to hear from you. And advice is free. So I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for watching.